Moving on to the Taiwan Strait now. Will it become the next war zone? Is a Chinese attack on Taiwan imminent? What makes me ask that? Well, the developments over the last 24 hours. Let's break it all down for you. You see, last weekend, Taiwan chose Lai Ching-te as the new president. Someone who China hates, just to put it simply. Someone who it has labeled as a separatist. And despite this, there was an eerie calm in the Taiwan Strait. But as it turns out, that was the calm before a storm. China has launched major military patrols in the sensitive region. Here's what's going on. Taiwan has detected at least 24 Chinese Air Force planes. This includes the Su-30 fighters. But detailed information has not been released. Accompanying the aircraft have been 5 PLA Navy vessels. They are operating off northern and central Taiwan, also to the island's southwest. And not just that, in the last 24 hours, 11 of the aircraft have also crossed the Taiwan Strait's median line or the areas close by. At least that is what Taiwan's defense ministry is claiming. It seems that China is trying to intimidate Taiwan. This, by the way, is its largest military maneuver around the island in 3 weeks. This is also its first active response to the election in Taiwan. The dragon is clearly angry. It has issued statements to other governments that congratulated Lai Ching-te on his victory, in fact. The Chinese Foreign Ministry summoned the Philippine ambassador and denounced the Philippine president's congratulatory message to Lai Ching-te. Spokeswoman Mao Ning emphasized that the One China principle is the red line and the bottom line. Listen to this.
The wrong remarks made by the Philippine side seriously violated the One China principle and the joint communique. It seriously breached the political commitments made by the Philippines to China and constituted a flagrant interference in China's internal affairs. The One China principle is the red line and the bottom line. China will never accept any provocations on the Taiwan question and will act resolutely in response.
You see, China has threatened the Philippines to abide by the One China policy. And it's not the only country, by the way, that China is trying to influence. Remember, just a few days back, Nauru severed ties with Taiwan and switched recognition to China. It is the 10th diplomatic ally of Taiwan, which Beijing has managed to flip, all since the DPP came into power. The next few months are going to be even more volatile. And why is that? You see, President-elect Lai Ching-te is going to be formally sworn in the month of May. And in the run-up to that, China is expected to flex its military muscle to intimidate Taiwan further. In fact, days before the election, President Xi Jinping emphasized that Taiwan's reunification with China is inevitable. Listen to this.
The reunification of the motherland is a historical inevitability. Compatriots on both sides of the Taiwan Strait should be bound by a common sense of purpose and share in the glory of the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation.
And on top of that, Xi Jinping urged the CCP workers to strengthen the patriotic and pro-unification forces in Taiwan and oppose the separatist acts of Taiwan independence. But how likely is that with Lai Ching-te in power? He is for sure not going to deliver what China wants, and that is enough for China to justify an escalated response. Just to put it simply, tensions are expected to rise further in the Taiwan Strait. It has already started, in fact. Xi Jinping has said in the past that Beijing is not preparing for a war, at least for now, but he has never ruled out the use of force. Will Lai Ching-te's ascension to presidency fuel the fire? It seems quite likely, especially at a time when two wars are already raging on. The threat cannot be ruled out. The Russia-Ukraine war is going to hit the 2-year mark. The Israel-Hamas war has spilled across West Asia. Now, Iran and Pakistan are also exchanging fire. The fear of the Chinese invasion of Taiwan seems larger than ever. Can the world afford yet another war? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.